Hello everyone, welcome back to Abundant Automation, with once again the promise of another outpost, which we shall fulfill momentarily. Now before we go up there, I just quickly want to take a little jog down to the stone and steel lines and grab myself some stone brick and steel plate and get to work on pre-crafting a couple steel furnaces. Let's do 5 stacks, seems about right. And I do this because it's very likely that setting up these copper furnaces will be the very next thing we do once we get back from the excursion we're about to go on. So yeah, that's definitely gonna be a thing. Well, let's just do 1 stack. Should be alright. All the rest is already cared for, so let's just go. Now it did occur to me, whilst thinking about all this, that this doesn't really make any sense. I mean, it's certainly possible for oil trains to come and go as they wish. What isn't possible, however, is for ore trains or coal trains or stone trains to come from the west and enter here. So yeah, there's 2 things we can do about that. One would be fixing this so that it's actually a proper junction. Or number 2 would be to do something I already referred to, I think, and that is just expanding in only one direction and exploiting the properties of RSO, which dictate that you get more resources or richer resource fields the further you get away from the spawn. So we'll see about that. But right now, all we need to care about is this field. But where do we? We could do it here. No, that's a little too close for comfort for me. Let's rather do it down here. Oh yeah, and we'll probably also need to signal this portion, which I skipped upon earlier. Alright, now the upteenth basic T-junction. Now it's true that I could very easily blueprint this already, but well, what would be the benefit? I've built these things so many times that I don't think it would make a speed difference. Would I suddenly start using blueprints just to lay them out? But who knows? Alright, that's block signals here and there. And that's that. Let's take a cursory look. Yep, seems legit. Now I hope these... probably they won't. Oh, that's a bit of an oversight. We probably don't have enough rail and signals and whatnot to go along. Well, let's see. Alright, 1 power pole. Let's drive file all the way up to it, so it doesn't get iffy. Power poles and signals all found. Now I wonder if we can... Ah, there we are, out of signal. Yeah, but we don't actually need that much. Let's just... Also, why do we have small electric poles in there? Why did it not place poles? So many questions. Oh, that's because I unchecked the thing. Alright, checking the thing and restarting the run. There you go. The same song again. And yeah, all out of rails. Alright, so we do need to go back. That's a shame, but not that big of a deal. Let's drive this one manually. Also, it means that I get a prime opportunity for signaling all of this up. Luckily, it isn't that much. We don't need to do anything past this junction up there, because anything beyond it is still just gonna be for one train. Where is the iron train anyway? It's an iron unload. I find this mod just to be such a big convenience. I think it should definitely be in the base game. Maybe not in its cheaty form, as it is now, but yeah, you could definitely find some way to do it without it being cheaty. I mean, the teleportation and looking at the things it's not really that necessary. I mean, just having this menu and have it be really reliable. I mean, right now, sometimes what you see here isn't really what's in there, because it can happen that it doesn't get updated for some reason. But you could definitely do, if you had a menu like this in the base game, I think that would be very nice. All right, well, let's just do a bunch of these. Grab ourselves some iron, run down to the rail fabrication. There's tons of useless stuff here. Oh well. Rails. Gimme. Curved track, we do have enough. Couple more of these. Let's also grab some steel for additional poles. All right, and back up there. So yes, once we do have all of this copper running, it shouldn't take too long until we actually get into the proper mid-game. And what am I doing? Although, yeah, this would be prudent, wouldn't it? Yeah, like I said, it won't be long once we have this this thing done. It won't take us very long to get into the proper mid-game. And then also very swiftly into the late game. Because all we need to do once we have copper is maybe get a little bit more oil. And then we can very swiftly work through a larger scale logistics coverage, getting power armor, getting late game military tech, and all of the good stuff that will then enable us to do, well, I honestly don't quite know what the end goal is going to be for this campaign. So far, I didn't really put too much thought into that. Speaking of thought, here seems like a good place. So yeah, I mean, we could just go for a humongously big factory. We could just, we could build the factory that we have right now, make it bigger. We could also do it like the proper mega factory way and just build a new base with the tools that we are acquiring right now. The question is, though, with all of these goals, is where do they lead? I mean, just building for the sake of building something is fairly good, but it's always nice to have something to work towards. Alright, once again, the junction. So I really do hope you enjoy seeing junctions being built again and again, because that's certainly a type of entertainment I can provide. Alright. Now, how do we do this? I think one station here, and then I don't think we can fit a station. Curious. Right, let's see. If we... Well, let's just grab a blueprint from over there for the station. Although, having said that, I realize that it's probably... Yeah, well, we can just take the whole layout here and blueprint that. How much of it, though? Let's just take this up to there. Yep, seems pretty good. Now let's take this with us and decide where we want to apply it. Now the curves don't, the curves at the eastern end don't actually belong in there, but we will be fine. Alright, so we could very well just have this run very tightly up against the edge of this deposit. But that wouldn't really help, would it? Or we can do it down here and then worry about the iron later. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Or we'll have, yeah, we're going to be doing pretty much the same thing we did before. We did over there, the exact same junction, even with the exact same T over here, and then come out to the top and have a terminus for the iron later. Alright, sounds like a plan. Yeah, let's put it to work. So, once again, our trusty little junction. So yeah, concerning the subject of where do we go with this campaign? What do you think? Do you have any ideas where we could and or should go? Maybe we should launch a rocket per minute. That would certainly get me up to a couple hundred episodes. Or we could do something more specific, like X number of robots or X number of iron plates or bread circuits or what have you. But yeah, I'm definitely open for suggestions there. Normally when I'm just playing by myself, I just start a campaign and then keep playing until I run out of steam. Quite literally. And then I stop. But I'd kind of like it... I've kind of like this campaign to have a set end. And I just, I don't know, stop being there. Alright. Yeah, but it's certainly something that's quite far into the future as of yet, but also something to keep in mind. So from my experience, the point in a game where you have, or at least where I have, everything I need to pretty much go into the ultra late game, which is to say build a mega base, is at around 25 to 30 hours in. And probably more 30 or 35 in this, because we're playing with biters and no long reach, so no cheats, as you might say. Oh, we did still research that. Good to know. But yeah, somewhere around that. So we're probably about a third of the way through. We're obviously gonna need to do quite a bit more in the department of resource acquisition once we actually get there. But we'll see about that. Alright. This is a... No, not a decider. Yeah, very great. Alright, let's just put this one here. What am I doing? Put you there. Put useless stuff into you. And keep the rest. And also put that one in there. It's not like I'm going to use decider combinators anytime soon. Not for anything productive, at least. Alright, it's that way around, and we're dividing by -28. Also, they fixed it, I think. I seem to remember that you weren't able to enter a minus sign and then the number. You had to do it the other way around. Alright, what am I looking for here? That's each and everyone. Alright, smart inserters are picking up. Copper. Oh yes, and they're working if... Oh, let's do one row. Hopefully I can in fact remember how to do this. So we did... Oh yeah, it's just all of these smart inserters, all of the chests. Yeah. And then you insert onto there. Also substations. This time for real. So yes, that's pretty much the bare bones version of it. We're gonna see how this looks up here later. Oh yes, we're gonna do the wiring later on. For now, you're just gonna be copper 1. And yes, so the logic connection's gonna be something for the next episode, because unfortunately it's about that time again. So as always, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I've been Discryant, and I shall see you soon.